Hello, consumers of internet content. Sanxion here. A bit different today. I've got someone in the studio with me. He's only Vinyl Junkie.
Oi, oi, how's it going, you lot?
That's Vinyl Junkie.
That's me, that is.
What we're going to do in this video is talk about our remix of Tales from the Darkside, classic Tango Ratty tune. So let's crack on. Here's our project. Just to let you know, even though at the time of recording this video, the track has only just come out, we actually made this.
It's coming out. It'll be out in a couple of weeks.
Oh, there you go. A couple of weeks.
On vinyl as well.
Vinyl. We actually made this in September 2017. We've just looked up.
2015.
Sorry, 2015. September 2015.
Yeah, so it's 3 years ago.
Like ages ago.
We've probably forgotten how we've done most of it. But
so it's probably going to be more rambly than normal, and they're already normally pretty rambly if you've been watching. So here we go. Shall we just play them a bit first?
Yeah, go on.
What we'll do, we'll play the intro, and then through to the drop, and then we'll talk. Classic.
Kick a hole in the speaker, pull a plug, then I deck.
Anyway, there you go. If you didn't know the tune, now you roughly know the tune. So, I think first thing we need to talk about is the main sound, right? That's the bit that everyone remembers out of the tune, John.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's probably worth saying at this point as well that the original tune was like 155 BPM, and we kind of done this at 140. So
Oh yeah,
we've kind of slowed it down a fair bit. That's why.
very true.
And also, it might be worth having a look at the drums in the intro because they're.
Oh yeah, actually, there's some cool stuff going on in the drums in the intro. I just realised we got no MIDI keyboard for some reason in this, so there we go. That's exciting. Yeah, here we go. In this intro, we've got this channel here called Tone Break, which it sounds like this. You've just heard it, but I'll play it again. And the way we're doing that is using a plugin called Effectrix, and it's got. If you've ever used Glitch or Glitch 2, it's very similar in that it's got like stretching and vinyl slowdown and phasers, choruses, re-triggers, things like that. But it's got this thing called tonal delay, and the tune is actually, if you look, we're automating it up and down, but it actually gives you the note that you're doing. So that's actually a tonal delay of like A sharp, and then we're automating it up to E, and then down to F. Like without that turned on, this break. Aim and break, right?
Yeah, but obviously that kind of drum effect was in the original tune, wasn't it? So
yeah, and the way they probably did that back in the day was you would have two channels coming out of your sampler, and you would offset them slightly. So one break would play slightly later than the other. And if you had, like, obviously if you do it like quite a long way off, you get like an echo. But if you have them like really tight together, you get like a sort of flangey phase effect. So all we just done a tighter, cleaner version of what they probably would have done back in the day, right?
How did we know that Effectrix had that effect in it? Did we just?
I've used it before. I used it in an happy hardcore tune, because there's quite a lot of happy hardcore tunes used to do that back in the day, right? Like you know,
there was a lunacy one.
Yeah. So I think I'd used it in that before, so we kind of knew it would work in this, and it is kind of like what it does on the original, but just a bit more shiny and a bit more like tight on the tuning, so like we can play notes with it if we wanted to. We didn't in the end, but we could have done if we wanted. So yeah, so that's that, and then we've got 4/4 kick drum comes over the top of it. Just a simple like breaksy kick drum, right? I don't think we'll be doing much on the channel there. Like, if anything, there you go, nothing. And then what else we got? Oh, we got this break that's out of. We sampled it out of Cool and Flex Whiplash. It's actually like an old funk tune. Can't remember the name of it. But anyway,
Dirty. Sounds really dirty.
yeah, it's
doesn't it?
not the cleanest. And we've also got. Actually, are we doing anything on that channel? That Whiplash channel? Yeah. So we've got slightly low cut, but then we've got this really specific cut at 199 hertz for whatever reason. I can't actually tell any difference. We did it. There must have been a reason at the time, right?
Yeah.
It's obviously getting rid. Like, it's getting rid of something there. You can see it on the two green lines different, but I don't know why. It doesn't really sound that much different. Then we got what's this break here? Yeah, that's like a classic old school break, right? What is that off? We call it mink.
No idea. Can't remember.
Mink break, I guess. It's obviously maybe something by DJ Mink. But again, that'll be a classic funk loop. And that's kind of it for the intro. There's some hats coming later on, but. And we got a crash, obviously. And, you know, it's not very exciting, though. It's just kind of. It's this thing that's doing the work, that tonal break thing. Actually, if you notice at the end of the Effectrix, we've got a little deck stop sound as well. And the cool thing about Effectrix is you can layer up different ones. So we've got this tonal delay running that we're automating, but we've also got this little, they call it vinyl, but it's basically like a deck stop sound. And you can set the time of it and how quickly it, you know, slopes down. So if you listen right at the end of the line, you follow the line across actually. When it gets to there, it's going to go like you press the stop button on your Technics, right? And that's kind of it for the intro, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So right, here we are. Breakdown. It's just the obvious bit from the song, and we call it donk. It's actually we call it a pipe bass, I think, right? I think.
Yeah.
And we've obviously sampled the one from Everybody in the Place rather than sampling the Tales from the Darkside one, but that's possibly because they sampled Everybody in the Place as well.
Yeah.
What we're doing as well, if you look on here, we've got the loop set to until release go backwards and forwards, and all that means is when we hold the note, it'll play to the end and then start going backwards. So if you listen at the end of the line where we've got a slightly longer note held, you'll hear it just start to reverse before it hits that note there. It's just like a subtle difference from the original that we wanted to put in. And like John said earlier on, because we're slowing it down by 20 BPM or whatever almost, like 15, 13, whatever,
like
it's quite a lot. When we actually go into our drop, we've added some extra notes in. So we look at the MIDI for that. It is slightly different to the dog's growling at something. It is slightly different to the original track. It gives it a slightly more breaksy edge as well. Like if we just play that with kicks and snares, it just works quite well with that rhythm. But it's nothing very exciting. We just added a few extra notes, a few higher octave notes. We've also got a sub bass here. You'll only be able to hear this if you've got your headphones in, but a little bass line running. Boom, boom, boom. It's kind of cool. And if we look at what the drums are doing in the main section, we've just showed you the kick and the snare. Just I've talked about this in videos before, mainly just to back up what the breaks are doing, right? I think. If we listen to the breaks, we've got that Whiplash again, we've got that one again, we've also got the Amen from the intro, but without the tonal stuff on it. So there's our breaks. Got a little shuffle in there as well. That's actually out of a sampled pack from like the Hotcakes people. What are they? You know those guys.
DFB.
Yeah, like I can't really remember what the sample pack's called, but it's basically the guys who do all their releases on Hotcakes. What's he called him?
Decline.
Yeah, Decline and the other fella. Anyway, it's a drum loop out of there, and all we've done is just take the shuffle bit out of it. Which sounds a little bit like the snare shuffle out of Funky Drummer.
Yeah.
With a bit of EQ on it. I don't know what we've got going on the channel. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're doing the weird same little cut. Actually, that cut
We
wasn't on
cut
Whiplash. That wasn't. Here we go. I thought that cut was on the Whiplash channel. Oh, it is as well. We got that same cut
Is
running
that
on
where
that
the,
rattles
is
as
that
well.
if we cut that? Is that where mix it in and
Yeah, you could be right, actually.
making a bit of room for the kick?
Yeah, that's a good shout, actually. Let's have a quick look at that. Have a look at... Yeah, bang on 200. Do you know what? It's probably where the snare's hitting 200. Yeah, we're making room for the snare.
Yeah.
In the, instead of using like any sort of sidechain compression or the track space or anything like that, we've just EQ'd a big wedge out. And the cool thing I've just noticed on the snare here, this is our main snare. It's like just a breaksy kind of snare. We've also got this snare tail. If you look at or listen to it, we've actually got very little transient going on. It's just the sort of splashiness at the end of that snare. And when you play them both together, like without that's quite sort of clinical and dry. Just adds a nice bit of splash. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I mean that's kind of
I think
it.
this is before we had track spacer, isn't it?
Yeah, you could be right actually. And we're not even grouping the drums on this.
No?
Like normally we would
Have a drum
bus all
group.
those to a drum group and start doing
What's
stuff,
that on
right?
top then? It says drums.
That's just a folder.
Oh, right,
So it's
okay.
just a folder to tidy up, but we've not actually got a group or a bus or anything for those drums.
Oh.
So read into that whatever you will. I don't know. But yeah, so that section is
That
literally
was probably just you being lazy.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm quite lazy, right?
Pull in the speaker, pull a plug, then I jet.
Yeah, there's the bit of vocal that everyone knows. It's Eric B, is it? It says Eric
It's
Vok on it.
It's Rakim.
Oh, it's Rakim.
Yeah.
It'd be off an Eric B and
Kick a
Rakim
hole in
tune.
the speaker,
That
pull a plug, then I jet.
and he actually says, kick a hole in the speaker, pull the plug, then I jet off to the something, right?
Yeah. We had
Because everyone thinks it says then I check, right?
or then I eject.
Oh, yeah, but it actually says pull the plug, then I jet off to the something. But,
Yeah, that's right.
We cut.
Pull in the speaker, pull a plug, then I jet.
Luke, producer, argued with us and said, no, that's not what it says at all.
Pull in the
We
speaker.
actually looked on some lyrics site
Yeah.
to find the actual lyrics for the Eric B. tune.
Also, fun fact, the reason this track is called Tales from the Darkside is later on in the track, he actually says the line, Tales from the Darkside.
yeah, it's right at the end of the track, though, isn't it?
yeah,
but after the tune's finished.
Yeah, they don't use, I think we use it in ours, don't we?
Pull in the speaker, pull a plug, then I jet.
Know what I mean? Tales from the
Oh, we got some Akai time structure there. So, yeah, so in the original, they never actually use that Tales from the Darkside line, but they still call the track Tales from the Darkside. So, the fun fact.
Yeah.
Fun fact for the watchers.
Bit of useless information for you there.
Yeah. Right, so, first drop is just the main sort of donkey pipe bass sound with our sub bass and those drums we just showed you. Let's play the drums on their own, actually. Just to get a feel for what they're like. Quite sort of splashy and big,
Yeah.
but still, you know, if we take out the kick and snare, kind of similar to the original, right?
Yeah.
We want to keep like some of that feel.
Yeah, we wanted to try and keep this as true to the original as we could. Obviously, it's like
it's
slower,
a breaks tune, but yeah,
and it's a breaks tune, yeah. But I think we managed to keep it quite
Yeah.
authentic
I think
sounding,
so.
didn't we?
yeah. Anyway, second half of the drop, something happens. What's this? I told you we'd forget loads of stuff. It's got Darksides with a Z.
Right, what's that?
All right,
I'll
it's
start.
like a Tango and Ratty kind of high string.
Yeah,
kind of do. That's coming off Nexus.
Which doesn't work anymore. Oh, yeah.
No, some of my patches don't work anymore. But there you go. For sample preset spotters, VO DigiChoir. Go and use that if you want. On the channel, we're doing nothing. It's literally just out of Nexus.
No EQ,
No
nothing.
EQ, no nothing. It's probably got loads of horrible bottom end that we could have
Probably
EQ'd
you
out.
being lazy again.
Yeah, I mean it's quite low. It's fine. So yeah, oh yeah, just to make you happy. There you
Don't make
go.
any difference.
And again, that's like a line from the original track, right? I think that's in there.
I think what we've done, what we tend to do quite a lot when we do these kind of remixes or bootleggy things, is I think we've probably taken some elements from the original mix and the remix.
Yeah,
That's what we've kind
yeah,
of
we do
tend
that
to
quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
Like when we did the
So-
Nebula 2 remix, we had all the intro music from their original, and then when we went to the drop, it was more like their remix, right?
Yeah, and we even put a bit of LFO in there, didn't we?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, there you go. Second half of the drop has that little string sound. That's fine. We're chopping into the vocal a bit. Let's have a listen to that.
Kick a hole in the speaker. Pull a plug.
Actually, that's a good time. So on the vocal group, we're using this JJP. It's part of Waves, and it's kind of cool. It does compression, and it does de-essing, but it also does like a bit of reverb.
It does magic as well.
Well, you've got some transient stuff, but there's also this slider called Magic, which is cool. It just makes things sound more betterer.
Yeah, more magicer.
more betterer, magicer. I don't really know what it does. I assume it's some sort of EQ, like all-encompassing, shiny EQ. But that's like pretty much like the standard male preset out the bag. I think I've turned the compression down looking at that, and we turned down the space, which is the reverb, because we may have added our own reverb somewhere. Let's have a look. No. Just using that JJP thing. We probably just didn't want it to be very echoey at that point.
Yeah.
We've obviously got some delays at the end of the line. I think if we look on this channel, it's just a standard ping pong delay out of Cubase.
Oh, is that delay you like use on everything?
Yeah, it's just a bit. it's a built-in one to Cubase. It works. It's good.
Kick a hole in the speaker.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, so that does that, and then we drop into the second section, which is this sound.
Oh yeah. Which is
A fun story about this.
yeah.
It's not that fun.
What's the story?
Yeah, well, it's a story. We didn't sample the sound out of Tales from... Well, it's worth pointing out we didn't get any parts for this remix because they probably don't exist, right?
No.
So we had to source all the original breakbeats from where they came from. Obviously, we sourced the vocal from where it comes from. The sound, rather than just sampling the record or whatever, we thought we'd recreate it. I think we got pretty close. Here's the... let's just play that.
And we'd used this... We kind of used the same sound before, didn't we?
Yeah, we'd used it in another remix we did for Lay Black, yeah.
Still love, so.
If you look at what this is a slap. Phalanx is a pretty cool sort of like sample player kind of thing. You can do loads of routing and automation and stuff on it, and it comes with like loads of, I think they just call them looped waveforms or something. And this is a slap bass sound, and we just added bit of bit crusher on it, an EQ to boost that top, a little bit of distortion, multiband distortion, and a whole chunk of reverb. And it sounds nothing like a slap bass now, and it's pretty close to the...
Take all the effects off and see what it sounded like before. So that's what it was like.
I mean, it already sounds fairly close. We're obviously shortening the note so you don't get the sort of twang of a slap bass. But yeah, just those effects like really make it sound like that sort of ravey bass that was on the original. Are you interested in the MIDI for that? There's that. If I can grab that. And that's just exactly the same as at their original track, right?
Yeah.
And then when we drop in, we just take a load of the reverb off so it's got room to sit, and we're putting in some of the bass, and we're sort of like playing off each other. So we've got the original bass.
That like cool little reverse there as well.
Yeah, we've got rev bass, which is some sort of sample we've got that we've reversed. It's called bass stab. I couldn't even tell you where that comes from.
No.
Unless we add, you know what? I bet we bounced down our own bass.
No, it sounds like it.
And then just reversed it in here, just so we get that cool bit of reverse, which is on this channel here called rev bass. So we've got a sub bass, we've got the pipe bass, and the sort of hardcore bass. And again, breaks come in, does the stuff.
Pull in the speaker, pull a plug, then I jet.
Sounds good.
Yeah, man.
And then again, halfway through, we go into the full pipe bass sound. We thin out the rough bass sound, whatever you want to call it, hardcore bass. Again, thin it out even more because we're into our breakdown. Now, this is really similar.
Go straight to just these pads now, don't we?
Yeah, well, that's like it's still that same Darkside sound out of Nexus, but we're playing chords this time. So instead of just playing single notes, we're playing this 4-chord line. So we solo that. And that's like, it's not exactly the same as their original, but it's very reminiscent of what they did in the original, I think.
Yeah.
And again, it's the same thing. So must be a different copy, actually. So we've EQ'd. Oh no, I just did that earlier on.
Did you?
To make you happy.
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same sounds we're using when we do the single note ones, just playing chords. Just as it is out of Nexus, that VO something choir, wasn't it? Digi-choir. And
It's a cool sound, that. We should use that.
Later on, we also sourced this break, which is in the original. It's like a bit of beatboxing. I think you found this, right?
Yeah.
And we probably spent a bit of time getting it in time and stuff. But that's definitely a sample they used in the original. We play that with that little choir bit. We've got a little sub bass running. And some nice old school pitch bends. There you go. Simple as that. A few sushi sound effects. Oh, actually, no, we've got this sound here. This isn't something that's in the original. We decided to add this for a bit more Darkside-ness. It obviously reminded me of some F Project things. I've called the channel F Project Oddness. It's a sample. There you go, it's a pad that I made. Looking at this. Sparky pad, C minor-ish. I think that's like a layer of like 3 different jungle pads that I then bounce down into a single pad sound. But then rather than using it as a pad, we're sort of re-triggering it with some MIDI. And it's just following the chords up. You know.
Very subtle in the mix as well.
Yeah, it's not like massive in there. It's not like a big old school rave stab or something. It just adds some nice overtones to that. This is just called Phalanx Single. I think it's a riser. Yeah. So again, that's just one of the looped pulses. That's just one of the weird looped. It's not even a preset for Phalanx. It's just a looped wave. And then if you look on our modulation envelope here, we've got that set to the pitch and the filter and the amount of reverb. So as it goes from bottom to top, it pitches up. It does a filter cut off from low to high, and it also brings in more reverb from low to high as it goes over that envelope. You can actually watch the red dot move. There you go. A bit of sound design by me and you there.
Bloody hell. What's going on?
And do you know what? I think that's probably it. We just go back to the pipe bass and the hardcore bass for 16, and then we have an outro, which is the Darkside strings and the sub bass and the drums.
We also we actually came back to this later and done the 175.
Oh yeah, we did like a
version,
little 175 more jungly drum and bass mix. That's coming out as well, right?
No,
right?
yeah, that's
not on the same release though.
Release.
Right.
And I just so as everyone knows, yeah, the official release date for this is the 6th of August. That's digital and vinyl release, and you can get it if you go on Bandcamp and go to Digital Storm's Bandcamp page.
I'll put the link in the description actually.
Yeah.
So if you all look at the description under this video, there will be a link and you can go buy it, and it'll be good.
Yeah,
It's Tango and Ratty Tales from the Darkside, mate. It's classic, and we got to remix it.
yeah.
It's cool. Well, I don't think there's much else we can tell them. It's like it's not really that complicated a project, I don't think.
Nah.
It's just a lot of sound design and good choices, I think. Like, if we quickly look at the breaks, I don't think we're really doing much EQ. Like, look at this aim, and again, there's a notch there, so we're probably doing that to fit the kick in, and a little boost to shine it up. This big break thing, which is the more, hip-hoppy thing. Again, big notch there for the snare, and a little boost at 5k to make it shinier. So, like, in reality now, we were going to do this, we would probably do it slightly differently and use track spacer or some kind of sidechain EQ to
we'd
duck the kicks and the
probably
snares out
have-
of the break. So
probably
we would
have, probably have the drums going to a bus. as
Yeah,
well,
we
wouldn't
definitely would. There's no reason that we didn't do on this. I just
Yeah.
probably didn't feel the need. It sounded fine. Anyway,
Cool.
That's
so that's
that.
it. All right. Before we go, just wanted to say just a massive shout to B Storm from Digital Storm Records, and
Yep.
also massive love to Tango, rest in peace, mate, and to all the
Yep.
family, and a big shout out to the Ratty as well. All right.
yes.
Big up.
Right, we're off. Till next time, I will see you. Don't forget, the link will be in the description, right?